Hello and welcome to a Celtic State of Mind. My name is Laura Bradburn. It is half-time in the Glasgow Derby. Celtic 3, Rangers 0. Just take that in for a wee second. Celtic 3, Rangers 0. I'm hoping to be joined by Kevin McCluskey. He's just having some problems with his camera at the moment, but he will be with us in a wee second. I'll just see if I can add him to the stream now. Kevin, can you hear us? No, still a problem with that at the moment, but we'll just keep going. I'm just going to bring up some of your comments here. I think Brian McPherson sums it up absolutely brilliant just there. It's absolutely unreal, the game that we're playing just now. Daniel F. Brought you up at the beginning of the show. I know GG hasn't scored, but he's kept him busy. He certainly has. There's been a few chances for Giakoumakis. Definitely made McGregor work for his money, which is great to see. I'd love to know what everybody thinks. Well, exactly that. I'm just seeing that from Archduke 8199. Kevin's off down the pub. I really wouldn't blame him if he was. This is an absolutely unreal game that we're playing so far. Kevin Morton brings up a great point there. Oh God, the comments are coming in absolutely rapid, but yeah, there's all sorts going on. Kevin just points out there as well that the fans have been absolutely fantastic. It's been a fantastic atmosphere. Kevin is now with us, so I'm just going to add him into the stream. Blank screen there. Kevin, can you hear us at all? Nope, still can't get Kevin in, so we'll keep going. I want to know all your thoughts on Rio Hatate, the fantastic Rio Hatate. 2 amazing goals. The goal that both times it dropped to the edge of the box. He took his time. First one got a little bit of fortune with the deflection, obviously. Second one placed it beyond McGregor. It was absolutely unreal football from him. I want to know, yeah, there you go, Archduke 8199 again coming in saying it was a fantastic goal as well. I'll tell you my thoughts now that I'm kind of calming down into the situation. I thought for the first 10 minutes of the match, we absolutely bossed them in terms of possession and everything. It was really fantastic football that we played. I don't know if Rangers were I don't know if they were coming out to kind of camp to try and stifle Ange Ball by being defensive. But obviously with that first goal 5 minutes into the match from Hatate, we had to, or they had to really, come out the gates, which was the best thing for us. So often in the Rangers matches, we don't see enough of Celtic taking advantage of when we're on top, let me just see if I can get a comment coming up here. There we go. Weabada seems to have a new lease of life and he's now got his confidence back. Well done to the wee fella, Donny Boy 67. And that obviously came with the late goal. I was actually getting set up for the stream at half time when the third goal went in. I couldn't really believe it when I saw it go in. It was absolutely fantastic. This is a funny one from Stuart Cameron. His name is Rio and he doesn't do scoring in the box. He certainly doesn't. I'm going to put something out there to you guys because you're all being very positive about the fact that I'm having to carry this on my own at the moment. What do we make of Rio Hatate, Celtic's Paul Scholes? I might be on one. I might be high as a kite right now because we're 3-0 up, but it is what I've thought about him. He's got the distribution. He's got the shots from outside the box. He's got absolutely unreal technical ability with the ball. He's fantastic. I can't wait to see even more of him. And it's not even just the attacking prowess he's got. How often have we seen him making tackles at the back of in Rangers half? It's been absolutely unreal. Some people are disagreeing with me about the Scholes comment, but not for the reason I thought. David Kelly saying Scholes couldn't lace his boots. It's absolutely unreal. Yeah, Ben515 saying he's sheer class as well. It's just, guys, I'm going to be completely honest. Before this match started tonight, I really thought it was going to be more difficult than it has been so far. And even when we were as dominant as we were in the first half, before we scored the second goal, I felt as though it could possibly be a bit of an issue for us that we weren't taking advantage. How often have we all seen it where, especially back in the Tommy Burns days, back when I was a kid, we were dominant, and never took advantage of it. It's crazy. I think we've got Kevin in here now, so we'll try and pull him in and see if we can get him. He looks as if he's moving about. Kevin, how you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. Yes.
Can hear you. We're all good. We'll try and get your thoughts on the first half then. Anything negative to say? I can't think of anything. What was going through your head with that?
Do you know, I'll say something negative for you, but we'll turn it into a positive towards the end, which was more kind of writing down notes in the game and looking, going, Giakoumakis, 15 minutes, big header, saved by the keeper. 18 minutes, misses another chance he should be scoring. What we got midway through the half as well, there's another chance that he should be scoring that he misses. And then I think I'm actually in here twice, so I'm going to have to come out of one. So like, sitting there going, we could be 4-0 up.
Yeah, exactly. I was definitely thinking that early in the match. I was just saying that.
Chances. But then obviously, as it got on, Hatate again, Abada, unbelievable.
Wait, the one thing I wanted to ask you about was, where do you think that we are? What is it about the team that is really dominating Rangers? Because we really haven't even let them have a lot of possession of the ball. Is it possession that's the key to the game this half, do you think?
It's been, for me, it's a mixture of that. It's the possession, but it's the intensity that we've just come out at. Like, for the first 20 minutes, we were on top of everything. Every single loose ball that was there to be won, we won it. We were pressing high up the pitch. They had zero time on the ball whenever they had it. So we never let them settle into the game. And as we said at the start, it was about us playing our game. And we imposed the Celtic way, the Celtic game, on this match. And we haven't let them settle in. Obviously, getting the goal after 5 minutes is a big help. You know, that settles everyone down from our end. But we've just never relented. We've never stopped, not for a minute. As Anne says, we don't stop until the whistle goes.
Yeah, it's been definitely non-stop. Go. It's been unreal. We'll go back to the one that you mentioned, the one that I was talking about before we managed to get you on, Rio Hatate. What can you say about him? Just unreal, isn't he?
Oh, he is. I think that's the word. That's the word. He's unreal. What can you say? That first goal, I mean, the touch to bring it down, and then kind of the composure to shift his weight, and he's repositioned himself just to strike it back in. Yeah, he gets a bit of luck with the deflection, but he's done all the hard work to merit getting that. And then the second goal, again, at the first view, I thought, there might have been a deflection on that, but there's not. He's kind of bent it in around the Rangers defender and then at the post. There's not a keeper anywhere that's saving that. It's just a perfect goal. And it's not just been the goals from him. Again, we said at the start, he's the player that covers every blade of grass, and he has.
Yeah.
He's come back when we've maybe been a bit short of numbers at the back. He's the one that's got in and made the tackle. When we've needed that extra body up front, it's been him, and he's got his reward with the 2 goals.
He's been absolutely fantastic. Like you said, there was a bit of a concern for me that McGregor was going to prove the difference for us, but he really has been fantastic. Callum McGregor, we said before the match, would be a vital part of the game. How much of a role do you think he's played in helping us dominate so far?
I think it's huge having him in the team. He's the one that dictates the play and the tempo that we've got. So if he's not in that number 6, and you're looking at for this game, then James McCarthy, everything's going to be slow. You know, we don't have that dynamism from the midfield. We don't have that drive to push us forward. McCarthy wants to take a wee touch and dally and play a sideways pass, which is useful at certain times in the game. But to have McGregor in there, that driving force, constantly pushing us forward and leading by example, it's been a massive boost to have him in the team.
Yeah, it absolutely has been. The one thing I would say was I actually felt for a portion of the first half. Now, obviously, those 2 late goals in the second half changed the picture completely. I think the game is done and dusted. I have to say, though, I'm quite glad about that, because even though Rangers struggled to create any clear chances, there was a couple of times where the defence looked a little bit shambolic at times. The ball was a bit up in the air. Yeah, we managed to get rid plenty times, but, I do feel like if Rangers had played any bit better, then we might be talking about a different game altogether. It's been more their inability to create chances, or am I wrong about that, do you think?
Yes and no, because I think we've just completely stopped them from playing. We haven't let them get into any rhythm. So yeah, they've been poor, but it's because of the way we've played. We've played so well that they've had to play poor, in a sense. But yeah, like there was that worry. There was I think my only note of concern from the first half was in 40 minutes when Arfield had the chance, when he was just a massive gap in the back line. I'm not sure who was supposed to have been picking him up, but whoever it was wasn't. And he stood, Hart comes off the line, dives down at his feet, makes the save. That's the only thing I've written down that they've kind of created. And then a minute later, Hatate gets the second goal. So, I mean, you're right. If they've been a little bit more clinical, if they could have taken that chance, it changes the game. But then likewise, if Giakoumakis hits one of his 3, it's you could be looking at a cricket score at halftime.
Well, that's an interesting point going into the second half. 2 questions for you, really. One, what do you think Ange's approach to the second half is going to be? And 2, could this get embarrassing? Could this be you talked about 6-2 before the game? Like, is that the way we're headed?
Do you know, it could be, because Ange won't slow it down. It's not his style. When have we ever seen him try and shut out a game? It doesn't happen. So I don't see us changing our approach too much. Rangers might have to come out if they want to get anything from the game. That leaves more space at the back. But we've been exploiting the spaces that have been there anyway, especially down the right, where I think O'Reilly and Abada have just been incredible the way they've linked up. So, yeah, I mean, if we could get another goal in the first 5-10 minutes of the second half, then who knows where it could end up.
Yeah. Do you expect Ange to make any direct changes to personnel early in the second half, or do you think it's one of the... I always struggle when we're playing as well as we are, deciding whether freshening it up before we drop off is the thing we want to do, or keeping going with what we've got. What do you think he'll do as far as that's concerned?
I reckon he'll wait until about the hour mark, probably, before he makes the first set of changes. But because we've got the 5 subs now that we can use, he can make a couple of changes in the hour. He can make another couple 10 minutes later, and we've still got that bonus sub that can come on for the last 5-10 minutes to, rub the salt in the wound or just ease the game through for us. But I don't think he'll make any changes at half-time. I don't think that's his style. I think he'll want to go and really kill the game off at the start of the second half. And then maybe we see somebody like Maeda come on and see what he can do.
It's unreal to think that we've got those options on the bench when we've been playing as well as we have. This is what we've been crying out for, and we're finally getting it. I'm going to leave everybody to their half-time celebrations, and hopefully at full-time we've got as much to celebrate. And I'm going to leave you with this. Mojo Rising says, Ange, we don't stop, and I hope we don't in this second half. Kevin, thanks for joining me. I'll see you again at full-time. Thanks, everybody.
With any luck, we'll be there on time this time.
Thanks everybody for joining us. Over 1,000 of you at its peak. Let's get into them for the second half. Come on.
Come on.